I've lost it. And I honestly forgot that it was like Thanksgiving that was this week until like somebody told me. I actually got invited to Thanksgiving and I was like, hey, yo, it's Thanksgiving this week. And my whole life, Thanksgiving has always been about like giving thanks to something, and you would like sit down in all your classes and you would sit down in like church and they'd be like, what are you thankful for? And we'd go around a circle and we'd like pray and whatever if we were at church. And I never was like, I was never told to like be thankful for like everything and just go about your day being thankful for like where you are in life and being able to like do all this. Like I was like thankful for a lot of things, but I was never told that I should like be thankful for more. And I feel like we should be taught to be thankful for everything. Like just like the simplest, smallest things. We should be completely and utterly thankful for like everything. Like you get a cup of water and you should be fucking thankful for that cup of water. I just moved my head. I should be fucking thankful for that. Like we should be thankful for a lot more. I should be thankful for a lot more. And I'm already super thankful for like a lot of things. Like I am utterly grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful, thankful, and everything that I can blink, Loki, that I still open my eyes in the morning. But that brings me to like, I know that it's Thanksgiving, so everybody's probably like I don't know. Maybe I stopped like hearing about like stuff like that when I like got out of school. Maybe I think when COVID happened. I don't know. Anyway, it brings me to this. What does being thankful like mean? I'm just curious as to what being thankful means to like you. And I was supposed to do this podcast with Dom, so I was gonna go back and forth on that with him, but now like think to yourself, what does being thankful mean to you? Because like to me, being thankful is like, I'm glad that I don't have to, I'm glad that I have things. It makes me actually it makes me very happy that I can breathe and that I can see and that I'm able to talk and that I'm able to walk and that I'm able to move around like it, and to me being thankful is like you're overly excited about the fact that you can do something, or like the fact that something is happening to you. Being thankful to me means that you're happy you received something. You're happy you have this moment. You're happy you can do something. And it's bringing more emotion to that. And I think being thankful is just another way to bring more joy into things. It gives the ability to bring more emotion into an act, into a way of life, into emotion, into a lot of things. And that brings me to my next point of like, how many times a day do we are how many times a day do we overlook something that we should be thankful for? I should be thankful that my dog is alive, that my dog walks, that my dog talks, because he is a talker and a half. How many things do we overlook that we could bring more emotion to? That we could live in that thing and bring more emotion out of it and live a deeper, meaningful life? How many things do we overlook like that we could bring more emotion to? Um, Another thing is like, are we being thankful for for what we don't see? a lot of the time we don't believe things that we can't see, and we don't pay attention to things that are like unseen. We're like, oh, pictures already didn't happen. Like, oh, it's either I saw it or like, no, that didn't happen. So how much do we overlook that we could be living in? Like, we could be so thankful for like the unseen. Like, you don't know how a lot of things happen. We don't know how gas gets put into the pump, unless of course you're the one doing it. Like, we're not thankful that like our aisles in the grocery store are stocked until they're not stocked. We could bring so much thanks into the unseen, and we don't do it because we overlook everything that's so little that we should be thankful for. And I hope that this Thanksgiving, that whoever watches this goes about their days looking forward, looking at those things, because I feel like if we were able to look at those things and look at the unseen of what we should be thankful for and all the little things that we just overlook that we should be thankful for, I feel like we could be adding a lot more emotions to our lives, and we could be living in a fairy tale that you created, because you're no longer overlooking so much, and you're bringing more and more emotion into everything around you. And that means that you're bringing more and more emotion to the people's lives that are around you. That means you're making everybody else's lives more emotional, more meaningful. And you can bring whatever emotion you want to the table. You could bring anger, sadness, joy, madness. Like, you could bring so much to the table, and you could change so much of your environment just by one tiny thing. And if we went and didn't overlook a lot of things, and we brought more emotion into things around us, then more people would like start noticing that, and there would just be more and more and more. And I hope that like whoever listens to this podcast is able to go out and do that. And I hope your life becomes more enjoyable and more of like a flowing movement filled with joy and positivity, and being thankful for more that we've honestly overtook and just walked right over. Because I feel like there's so many things that are being done around us. Even me, I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like there's so much that is done around me that I just step over, and that's fucked up. Like, I bet you there's so many things out there that we just take a step and we're literally just walking over somebody's work, instead of taking a second glance and being thankful that somebody went and did this. Like, what, like, I just opened my eyes to like so much, and I honestly feel like a fucked up person. But I hope y'all can take the same thing that like I am taking out of this, because either that or I'm just fucking talking to myself. But I can kind of take this back into being patient with ourselves, like how me and Dom were talking about, not last week but the week before that. If you watched my podcast, me and Dom were talking about being patient with ourselves and taking a step back, and I feel like I could really incorporate that into this, because if we were able to take a breath and take a step back in our own lives and look around us, we would realize how much is being done for us unseen, and we would realize how much we're doing for ourselves unseen, and then we would give more to ourselves, because then we'd be looking at everything that we do for our own person without thinking about it. I bet you there's a million things that you go about your day doing for your own self that you just overlook, that you're so capable of doing, and you're just like stepping over yourself basically. And that's you got to take into consideration that and do that for yourself, so that then you're no longer overlooking everybody else around you. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna be like, in my journal. I'm gonna be like, I'm a shitty person. Gosh, that's bad. But after you do that, I feel like we could become, the world could just, if everybody could just do that. But it has to start somewhere. So honestly, I hope y'all take something out of this week's podcast. 10-minute podcast. I guess I could be doing a 10-minute podcast today. This today. um I really have nothing else for you guys. Like, that's all I have in my mind today, and I guess it's a good thing because it's Thanksgiving. So it'll be easy to like listen to a 10-minute podcast. Like, I hope y'all dabble in it. Um I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving. If you are not getting together, gathering, and having a Thanksgiving, whether it's on Thanksgiving or whether it's before or after, like, I know a lot of people do it in different ways, in different manners, and I know that it's hard. It's very hard sometimes with, especially nowadays, split families and everything like that. But I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you are able to become or are aware of a lot of things that you could be thankful for and are thankful for. And I hope this opens your eyes, or you send it to somebody to open their eyes. And I am thankful for every single one of you who listens, watches, downloads, everything. It's cool. I know I'm not like super big, but I think it's cool that people do listen to me. So I hope you enjoyed my voice this week, and